everyone, I'm Jennifer Cooper with JKC Mobile Notary. Thanksgiving is tomorrow, and while most people are thinking about turkey and pie, I want to talk about something that can quietly change your business: gratitude. Gratitude sounds soft, but in business, it's strategic. It affects how you speak to your clients, how you handle frustration, and even how likely people are to call you again. After 5 years of signings, from smooth estate plans to last minute loan closings, I can tell you gratitude has been one of the strongest growth tools in my entire business. Today, let's look at how a thankful mindset doesn't just make you feel good, it builds clients' trust, boosts referrals, and keeps you balanced when everything else feels chaotic. In every signing, there's something to be grateful for, even the difficult ones. Maybe it's the client who showed patience while you double checked a document, or the escrow officer who keeps you in their rotation. When you notice those things, you start to carry that gratitude into every interaction. That tone comes through in your emails, texts, and even the way you walk into a client's home. You look more relaxed, you sound more confident, and because gratitude breeds calmness, clients mirror it back. When a client senses that you actually appreciate the work, not just tolerate it, they become repeat clients. Gratitude isn't about pretending every job is perfect. It's about finding value in each encounter, even the ones that test you. Now, there's science behind this. Business psychologists say that gratitude rewires the brain toward problem solving instead of stress. In our field, that's huge, because I want you to think about the times a client has run late or documents arrived wrong. Your first reaction might be frustration. But if you train yourself to pause and think, I'm grateful I caught this before it became a bigger issue, you approach it differently. You communicate with calm professionalism instead of annoyance. That shift doesn't just lower your stress, it makes title reps and clients want to work with you again because you're easy to collaborate with. Gratitude becomes a competitive advantage, one that costs absolutely nothing. Let me share a quick story. Early in my notary career, I had a week where nothing went right. I mean, two signings canceled back to back, one client argued over travel fees, and my printer jammed mid package. I remember sitting in my car, frustrated and ready to call it a day. Then I got a text from a client I'd helped the week before, a really simple message saying, "Thank you for explaining everything so clearly. That signing went smoother than any we've ever had before." That tiny moment changed my whole week. I realized I'd spent all my energy on what wasn't working instead of noticing what was. So I decided to start keeping a gratitude list, not for show, just for sanity. Every night I'd write down 3 things I was grateful for: a friendly client, a smooth notarization, or learning a new process. Within a month, my tone on calls had changed. I smiled more. I found myself genuinely thanking people. And guess what? I started getting more calls, not because I'd advertised more, but because people enjoyed working with me. If you want gratitude to help your business, you have to build it into your routine. Start simple. When you finish a signing, take 10 seconds before packing up to reflect on something positive from that appointment. Maybe the signer was kind. Maybe the space was comfortable. Or maybe you handled a tough question with confidence. That tiny pause resets your energy before the next job. Next, add a gratitude intro into your follow-ups. Send a short message like, "Thank you for trusting me with your signing today. I appreciate the opportunity to serve you." That one sentence leaves an impression most notaries never make. I've had clients reply, "We'll definitely call you again." It's not marketing, it's manners that stand out. You can even build a gratitude tracker in your planner or notes app. List one good thing per day. Over time, you'll have visual proof of growth when business feels slow. People remember how you make them feel more than what you did. A signer might forget your travel fee, but they'll remember that you thanked them for being prepared or calm during a confusing process. I once had a family call me back a year later for another signing because, in their words, "You made the last one feel easy." They could have picked anyone, but gratitude expressed through tone and respect stuck with them. When you genuinely thank your partners, couriers, and clients, they become your marketing team. That's the ripple effect of appreciation. Now, let's turn the spotlight back on you just for a moment. Gratitude isn't only for clients or companies, it's fuel for your own confidence. Running a notary business means you've probably driven across town in the rain, waited outside locked gates, or fixed a last minute document error that wasn't yours. You stayed professional when people were emotional. You've shown up every single time with your seal, your patience, and your integrity intact. It's easy to overlook that because we're wired to chase the next job. But pause right now and think of what you've built. You've built something. You took a commission and turned it into a business that serves real people at important moments in their lives. That's worth being proud of. Try ending each week by listing 3 things you're grateful for yourself for accomplishing. Maybe you handled an uncomfortable phone call with grace. Maybe you learned something new about an estate plan packet. Or maybe you simply stayed consistent when business was quiet. Self gratitude keeps you grounded and reminds you that progress isn't always visible day to day, but it is happening. Thanksgiving is just a few days away, and it's the perfect moment to pause before the rush. Step away from your stamp for a bit this week and take stock of how far you've come. Think about the first client who trusted you, the colleagues who encouraged you, and the moments that tested your patience but built your confidence. Gratitude turns those experiences into fuel for the year ahead. As we head into the holiday week, I hope you carve out time for rest, reflection, and good company. I'm grateful for every one of you who continue to learn, grow, and serve with excellence. I'll see you next time on Notary 101.